When the Democrats are mad that Trump changed the name of the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Huh? What is it good for? Really good things. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. To my people who watch all 4 videos, you guys know you're my people in the Quad Club. If you're not in the Quad Club yet, then come join our happy throng. We're just positive American patriots. We believe in the truth. We are into each other. My confidence comes from each other. Much like the military, they fight often for the man on their right and the man on their left. And speaking of, we have Pete Hegseth here just mopping the floor with the crybaby naysayers about us shooting narco-terrorists in Venezuela. Here's Pete Hegseth. Remember, we dodged a bullet.
Mr. Secretary, what legal authority did the Pentagon invoke to strike that boat full of drug smugglers?
We have the absolute and complete authority to conduct that. First of all, just the defense of the American people alone. 100,000 Americans were killed each year under the previous administration because of an open border and open drug traffic flow.
Was there
that is an assault on the American people. I said we smoked a drug boat, and there's 11 narco terrorists at the bottom of the ocean. And when other people try to do that, they're going to meet the same fate.
We smoked a drug boat. I love it. They're mad that he's trying to save 100,000 American lives a year. That's what Democrats are in opposition to. They hate him saving 100,000 American lives a year. Democrat Party never put an X to him, gang. Am I right? My people in the chat, my incredible patriots out there, my positive, mostly elderly audience. I love you guys. You guys are the heartbeat of America. And I have attracted the greatest audience in the world. I don't feel like I deserve you guys. I don't know by what lucky blessing I ever got, but God has put us together. And I love going over the news with you guys. I'm here just to bring the most important news that I believe is the most important thing that I don't want to get past you this week. I want you to see this. You'll see a positive foundation for why we're going to get through the weekend and have a blast. All good news. This is posted by Pete Hegseth. The motto of my 1st infantry platoon was, quote, "Those who long for peace must prepare for war." That is true. There's a reciprocal to that saying. It goes, if you want to prepare for peace, you must prepare for war. If you do not prepare for war, but prepare for peace, then expect war. War is coming. So the way that you stop war, the way that you bring about peace is you prepare for war. Everyone's afraid to attack you then. So this is projection by calling us, I'm going to get my face off the screen for a second, the U.S. Department of War instead of the U.S. Department of Defense, which is politically correct. Trump called it woke. After World War II, we changed it to Department of Defense because all the passive goes, hey, it's only defensive, only defensive. No. How about we reach out and warn everyone? This is our Department of War. The War Department will be prepared, Hegseth says, every day and in every way to ensure our civilians live in peace. Peace through strength. This drives the left and the pacifists crazy. But wait, here's another cool spin on it. This one's posted by Donald J. Trump. It's an AI image of him in that pose from Robert Duvall in Apocalypse Now. This says Shipocalypse Now. The Chicago apocalypse is coming. And Trump posted this. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago's about to find out why it's called the Department of War. And Trump has 3 little helicopters next to it. Chicago, we're sending the National Guard. You ready? Wait, there's more. Here's Trump. I asked POTUS to respond to the D.C. AG suing him. They're suing him to bring crime back to D.C.
How about this? We just set a record on low crime in Washington, D.C., and we have a man suing us to let us go back to high crime. We're going to have to be here for a little while to make this really work long term after we're gone. And so we're going to meet that head on, and I suspect we'll be very successful. And I can always declare a national emergency because this was a national emergency.
Yeah, reach out with the Department of War. It's time. That is a Democrat suing to go back to high crime. That's how nuts they are. Wait, now here's a cool conspiracy. This one cracks me up. Anytime I get a Democrat conspiracy, this is what they're trying to roll out. Here's JB Pritzker, Democrat of Illinois. This guy is an absolute criminal scum on MSNBC, on the Jen Psaki show, who only gives the microphone to liars. Here we go.
It's a pretense. We know what it's about, and it has nothing to do with fighting crime.
That's right. He says Trump, in bringing the National Guard and ICE into Chicago, Illinois, it has nothing to do with crime, according to him. Trump is not trying to stop crime. I'm going to let you guys in the chat. Can you guess before he says it what he's going to say is the true agenda of Trump? Not to bring crime to zero in D.C., and now in Chicago. And then he's also talking about going into Portland, Oregon. JB Pritzker, here comes.
And it has, honestly, sending National Guard in has nothing to do with immigration either.
Okay, nothing to do with immigration either. Sure. Trump doesn't care about immigration, people. According to Pritzker, Trump, he doesn't care about illegal immigration at all, ending it. That's just a big lie. Here comes. Let me see if you've guessed. I think JB Pritzker had to get a colonoscopy to come up with this one, if you know what I mean.
What it has to do with is he's trying to set the stage for interference in the elections in 2026.
He's going to end the elections in 2026 and 2028.
And in 2028.
I know you've made that point before, and that made my ears perk up, and it should be alarming to anyone. What does that look like? Because it sounds like you're saying there's going to be military in the streets that are going to prevent people from participating in the elections. Is that it, or it's something else?
Yeah, we're going to float that one up. Guys, can you believe this? I have a lot of Democrat friends. Most will look at this and go, yeah, right. But you know what? My really dumb Democrat friends, many of them in Hollywood, many of them out in Oregon and stuff like that, my really dumb Democrat friends will say this. They'll go, he really is going to bring in the military and end the election. So that's where this is mean and abusive on MSNBC's parts. Remember, this is Jen Psaki, who was all for the government coming in and ending misinformation. What is this if it's not a misinformation? This is cruel to do to her audience. A bunch of dumb Democrats that are terrified of Trump.
It could be that. It also could be claiming that there's something wrong with the election results or the counting of ballots, so they're going to take control of the ballot box.
Yeah, they're going to get the ballot box, like Democrats do. They're the ones. Again, we could show you, it's like a 40-minute clip of Democrats denying election result. I'm rubber, you're glue. What bounces off of me sticks to you. Here's Congressman Byron Donalds. Oh, this is good. This week, the House passed H.R. 747 to stop the Chinese Fentanyl Act of 2025. This is a vote. This important piece of legislation will hold the Chinese Communist Party and its affiliates accountable for manufacturing and distribution deadly fentanyl coming from China. Remember the vote? It's 407-4. I know this is you're gonna ask an obvious question after this. This is posted by Byron Donalds.
This is a vote on the motion of the gentleman from Washington, Mr. Baumgartner, to suspend the rules and pass H.R. 747 as amended, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title.
H.R. 747, a bill to impose sanctions with respect to Chinese producers of synthetic opioids and opioid precursors, to hold Chinese officials accountable for the spread of illicit fentanyl and for other purposes.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill as amended? Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
And they bring in the votes. It's the total down here. 407 support holding China accountable for deadly fentanyl coming in the office, and 4 oppose. Guys, 4 people. 407 Democrats and Republicans support holding China accountable for fentanyl coming in. 4 votes opposed. Guess which party? The party of death, Democrat Party, opposed it. Let's get the head count here. Oh, man, these people. Here you go. The 4 representatives who voted no on H.R. 747 are Latifah Simon, Democrat, California. Delia Ramirez, Democrat, Illinois, probably from Chicago. Oh, Ilhan Omar, The woman who says Americans are violent, but she's from Somalia, #1 place for clitoridectomies in the world, and she married her brother. Democrat, Minnesota. Good job, Minnesota. And Summer Lee, Democrat, Pennsylvania, voted to protect Chinese fentanyl coming in the country and not holding them accountable. It's always a Democrat. But wait, the universe is healing further. This goes on. I'm kind of going back to the Department of War and renaming and our propaganda and our own marketing on behalf of our country. Here's Donald Trump Jr. Great to see the Secretary of Army holding the line for real Donald Trump to make our military strong again. How so? This one's got Tom Hanks in it. West Point should be focused on training the next generation of war fighters. True. Not celebrating woke left-wing celebrities with awards. The West Point alumni group cancels award ceremony for Tom Hanks. The universe. He's just an actor. I loved him in Save It Private Ryan. What an incredible movie. One of the greatest movies ever made. He and Spielberg made. But you know, it's just kind of unserious to give an actor an award when we could find real heroes who served. Okay. And speaking of actors, this is my favorite one. I'm going to end you on this little point of good news. After President Donald Trump overhauled the Kennedy Center board, the team behind Hamilton, oh, Hamilton, we're waiting in the wings for you, written by this anti-American. The team behind Hamilton refused to perform. That's what Hamilton, the cast, really thinks of America. They don't love the Constitution. They don't love the founders. They're scum. They hate Americans. They hate the audience. They put a bowl over their flame instead of sharing their gift to all of us. This was always just for leftist propaganda Democrats. That's what the Hamilton. And look, I loved the musical when I listened to it back in the day, until I heard they all boycotted Trump. Here's what Miranda, Lin-Manuel, whatever his name is, has to say about the decision months later. Lin-Manuel Miranda, it's an easy decision to cancel Hamilton at the Kennedy Center. And you know what? It's easy for me to call you not only a communist and a hack and a terrible American, but you're a hack artist. You know, I'm an artist. I give my art to everyone. Leftists enjoy my work. Homosexuals enjoy my work. You know what? Russians have played my video games. Communist Russians and Chinese love my work. My great gift to the world is to give them my art. I pour it out. I don't care who you are. If I can make you smile, maybe I can even convince you to come over to my side. And you, Miranda, and other leftists who draw back your art and say, I didn't make this for everyone, it's just for my side. You're a terrible artist. You're a hack. You're a fraud. Fake art. You're a propagandist. I'll call you out. Thank God for the Department of War. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Pete Hegseth. As my son goes into the military, my son who also loves drawing comics, loves anime, and he's going to go serve our country in the Marines. If you dig that, give him a shout out in the comments below. Say, go, Johnny, go. His name is Johnny. I'm Doug in Exile.